weekend. It's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys got the season started on a high note, a home victory in the opener. Opposite him, the Jets' Aaron Glenn. His guys, on the other hand, weren't as fortunate in the opener, so they'll look for their first win here at home in week 2. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his 3rd team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Off play action, Fields. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Allen gonna throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. When you talk about this Jets defense, right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
Now Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bills first down.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. The Bills are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
Flush to his right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here's Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Gain of 3 brings up second down.
for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Big yardage there on the scramble, and gets him a first down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Now a carry for Allen. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And brought down there by Taylor Rapp. You look at this Buffalo defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
From just shy of midfield, here's a second down and 9.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 33. Fields. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for.
Yeah, that is going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Fields. They'll find Reynolds over the middle. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 38 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
Jets field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So here come the Bills out for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Throwing now is Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Cook up the gut. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3.
Here's Allen to throw it. Shakir hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. To the air, Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jets' 11-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line.
Allen to throw once more. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Allen. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
and now looks to throw. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Pass on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Bills 14.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Well, now how about this return?
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10.
Here we go. Good. Green lights. Do it. You ready to spin? You ready to spin?
Now Fields.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Here we go.
Here's Allen. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Here we go, son.
They stay on the ground with Allen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And that was Dorian Williams who found his way through and planted him for a loss on the play.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he returns this to the 22. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3.
At the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Allen. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
From the gun, here's Fields. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's our second week in studio, second week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And it's the man who made the Green Bay crowd go nuts on draft night, now playing in Lambeau Field, Matthew Golden. A deep shot downfield, and he's right there to look it in, and they're not gonna get him. The Packers even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And it's Brock Purdy. He's looking to throw, nothing's there, so he takes off, and he takes off to the painted grass. Touchdown, 20 yards on the scramble. One more to bring you up. Let's go to Arlington, the Cowboys hosting the New York Giants. And this is Darius Slayton. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Giants with the lead at the half. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Has his man, it's Shakir.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. Allen gonna throw. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
Brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
Here's Allen. Seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm, incomplete. Now it's third down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up fourth down. Now Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields.
And he is caught. And some space here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Don't jump.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll run with Allen. Dancing away at the 35. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Do it. 19 seconds.
Now Allen. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And that is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Buffalo offense back out and ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Michael Clemens there to make the tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Throwing now is Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
Here we go. Good night.
They begin the drive on the ground with Allen until about the 23.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Jets on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a 4-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Allen. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Allen off the play fake. Out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
To the air, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Cook going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And as this drive began, the offense had to be thinking touchdown, knowing the situation. Even after that loss, touchdown still on their minds. This is a 1-possession game. A field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good.
To throw, it's Allen.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Bills will add to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And that makes it a 9-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So now Justin Fields and the Jets down by 9. 2:08 on the clock. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Fields.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the hole, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this. Point.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This is all about testing a defense at different levels. Both the tight end and the receiver outside are going to run matching dig routes at varying depths down the field. This gives your quarterback options. He decides to go with his tight end on the shorter route, and he made the right call.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
White looks to throw.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. To throw, White on the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
From the gun, here's White. This taken in by Kincaid.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now White. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will have a Bills 1st down, and that should be that.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Davis will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
Well, this is blocked. And the Jets have got it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
That is caught. Josh Reynolds.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Jets. 1st down.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish,